Hi everyone, how are you? Good evening or good morning where you're watching this video. So I think I'm live. Let me see, double check. Yeah, great. Looks like I'm live. So I wanted to quickly make this video and thanks everybody whoever is here. Thanks for liking, sharing and subscribing. We have so many more things to come. This case is such a maniac, let me tell you that. And for me, being from Boston, from Massachusetts, this is just really mind-blowing to watch. And as you all know, me being a maniac of truth and justice, this is something that I need to cover, in my opinion, also because of from the perspective of psychology, mental health, and sociological impact of these cases, and that's where and also ethics, right? Like ethics are also extremely important. So I want to talk about first. Before, let me just get myself situated here. Hold on one second. Okay. So it seems like it's buffing a little bit, but I hope it will be okay. So first things first, I want to say that in my previous video where I talked about the flipping video, right? Was it on Friday? I think I made the video. There was or Saturday where the video was flipped and I was talking about and literally said, this is bad. This is really, really bad. This is what I said, right? Go back and watch that video. And literally today, after the live stream of the court case, the court TV lead presenter, the prosecutor, former prosecutor Vinnie Politan, literally said exactly my word in exactly the way I said it. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Hey, Vinnie, are you watching my videos? If you're watching my videos, then invite me to your show. Happy to talk about some psychological ethics and sociological impacts of all of these cases. Happy to do so. And also the body language and all of that. And by the way, subscribe because I want to talk about Lali's body language, especially today, was like maniac, unbelievable. I want to talk, I want to make you about that. It's just crazy. So, there are 4 points I noted here today. I mean, it was so hard to watch. Everyone was waiting for Trooper Procter to come on to the witness stand. And I don't know what Lali was thinking. I don't know what on earth was the prosecution thinking. So he showed these tail lights, what have you, and put it into evidence. But listen, like the flipping video, this is done, over. Like you smashed it on all levels. And there's not only from the jury perspective that they are just were so disgusted, and the judge, and we will get to that. I mean, it was beyond disgusting, and the women in the jury, I mean, I cannot imagine anyone, any women, or any person, particularly with a medical condition. Me coming from the medical perspective, seeing that this medical condition, beside everything else, if it comes to medicine, if it comes to health, to be disgraced and smashed it all over, like in a way to bully somebody in such a disgusting, in such a not only disgraceful but unethical way, it is unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And we will get to there, and I will talk to you about and let you know about what he was also mentioning about the shitting bag and all that. It's actually called colostomy, and it's a colostomy bag. It's a colostomy system, and I will also show that to you. Actually, did I put this in the system right here? I hope I do. Well, so if I haven't, let me just put them in there as well. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, okay? Let me try this. Do this. I hope I did it. So, as I am trying to upload those colostomy bag and ostomy system, I also want to talk about the first part. And the first part is in science, right? Me being a scientist. In science, actually is right here, perfect. Let me just add those as well. As a scientist, in science, what we do is just give me 1 second, sorry guys. Okay. So in science, what we do in science is when we do an experiment, we do the before and after. So we take note of the beginning of the analysis and the end result of the analysis, and then we compare them side to side with the analysis, like with the before and after. That's what we do in science. That's a scientific method. And when you take as a evidence, what you need to do is you need to take a picture of before as is, right? As is, and then after. For example, what I'm referring here to is to the first picture of the car. We don't know the picture of the car, so no police officer took the picture as they saw before they even transported the car of Karen Reed, as is, as they saw it, right there, without touching, without moving, without nothing. Right there in the scene, wherever it was, take a picture. Because we also don't know, for example, if in that blizzard it was moving miles and miles and miles from one location to other location, in between there could have happened, so many things could have happened. So that's all evidence. We are talking about a brutal murder case, and there's a suspect, and you as a police officer, as an investigator, your job is to secure, obviously nothing has done like this at all in this case, but also you need to make sure that all evidence are properly photographed and ordered and designed and assigned, and every technician in those laboratories, which they also testified, do that. So we have absolutely no picture of before and after of Karen Reed's taillight, the back of the car. So that's strike. There's no evidence. I mean, you can show how many evidence you want, but me, if I would be a jury, me sitting there as a scientist, I want to know right there at that moment, how was the car looking like as they got in, before they touched it, before nothing, how was it looking like? So, and then put this into the evidence too. So that's that. Second, I want to talk about the judge. So we all know the judge is extremely biased, right? So extremely biased, and we all know that. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Yep, hold on. Right. Oh my God, just give me a second. And for all those who are here, don't forget to, of course, like and share with me your comments too, and subscribe, okay, for many more information, as I would like to cover it from more scientific wise, okay? So we all know that the judge is extremely biased, right? And why is it like this? There you go. This is just so weird. Why is it like this? However, in this scenario today, after, and I will read to you this, I took some screenshots from the text messages that this trooper Procter was sending to his colleagues, to his bosses, and Buchnick, was it Buchnick? So he was even in the witness stand, and he was like this arrogant, yeah, just looking at the jury and telling, yeah, I am cool. So Buchnick was the boss of Trooper Procter, and whenever he was saying these humiliating and bullying and disgusting comments, he would like it. Like, then everything what we heard today about Buchnick, I think the name was Buchnick, this boss of Trooper Procter, as a witness before, it's all gone, in my opinion. Like, even if you had like a little bit of trust, because with the flip video, nobody trusts us anymore, but yet still, if you had a little bit of like, okay, maybe, yeah, here and there, after today, you like, this dude also liked whatever this dirty stuff came out of this Trooper Proctor's mouth. So it's just unbelievable. And whenever this man made comments or he read the disgusting parts, the way he referred to as a B word and all of these C-U-L-T, so C-U-N-T, I don't even, like, honestly, I have no idea what all these words mean. Wacky job, C-U-N-T, I don't even know what all those mean. I mean, I don't know. So, in any case, probably it's something horrible, but it's just the F word, the B word, and then making fun and comments about her medical condition. which only shows what, not only what kind of disgusting person you are, what kind of shit show you are, but also it shows how much you lack of knowledge. Like you are so unbelievably undereducated that you just don't even know what that is and why that is. And so this is severely um, problematic, not only for this case, and I mean, forget about the prosecution side, they lost the case. It's over. It's done. Done, over. I have no idea what the hell Ali is doing, and I will talk about another video about his body language today. Is just, it's over. Like, done. Okay, done. Done. I'm not even talking about that. That's over. Karen Reed will be totally, it just, I can't imagine any other outcome than Karen Reed is totally off the hook on this, for sure. But the concerning part is two things. The disgust about for women as a society, how dare we can have these comments as like a, you know, about this women's hotness of, is she's hot anyway, she's a suspect, but then they're chit-chatting about, talking about whether or not she's hot, or her behind, and you know, that she's this and she's that, in a very degrading way. Like how much these men come together and texting each other like a, I don't know, like a high schooler about a woman. I mean, guys, it's just, I just cannot believe it. The disgust. And the second problem here is how, I mean, actually there are three problems. The second problem is, who would trust these people anymore? Who would trust them? If you live in Canton or Massachusetts, a Massachusetts trooper and their bosses, and all of them, all the troopers, all the bosses, at least 5 people are involved. 5 men. 2 bosses and 3 troopers are doing all of this in Massachusetts State Police. Like, are you kidding me? And who will the society know that, okay, they will take care of me? If you are women, if you are good looking, if you're these and that, then done. Like, it's just unbelievable. And then they turn and say, here, I'm looking for nude pictures. Like, at 9:45 p.m. in the night in the office. Guys, 5 guys chatting each other, 5 polices, troopers, Massachusetts state troopers, and their bosses, sergeants, chatting about a suspect woman, about whether or not they found nude photos or something on the phone. On the phone they took and look through. It's just unbelievable. The third problem is here, when, if you see this 2 years ago, 2022, when they have done this in such a confidence, like, I can spread out all the evidences and make stuff up and break the stuff and spread some evidence here and there and put the hair on the, I don't know, the bumper, and talk with somebody's, go to their home and chat the mom and the sister about he knows her and how she knows him, and they know each other, and the gift exchanges and whatnot. If they do that and then put, if she wasn't rich, if she hadn't had the funds to pay to get out, if she hadn't had the funds to have a lawyer, she would be for 2 years in jail. for a crime that most likely she didn't commit. And if this happened in such a confidence by these 5 men, Massachusetts troopers, including their bosses, the sergeant, imagine maybe how many people are in jail just because they are framed too. Then who would believe now? Maybe they have done it to others too, because they were so confident in what the hell they are doing. Like, and that is abuse of power. Jackson asked today at the last sentence of his questioning before they ended was, isn't that abuse of power? He said, no, I had the warrant. I had all the rights to look through the text messages and what have you and all the phone. But the way you chit-chatting about it, talk about it in such a way, isn't it abuse of power? It is. It hell is. And that's why not just Procter, all these 5 people must be investigated, and all the cases they had a control over must be backwards investigated. Maybe there are people sitting in jail for nothing. This is nuts, guys. This is nuts. So, then, yeah, we were talking about still the judge. So the judge, when these conversations happened, he read out loud what the hell he was just speaking about, Karen Reed and everything to the other guys. She was disgusted. She was angry. And for the first time ever, the whole case, she was really somehow like angry to the prosecution. Like, she really, the way she treated Lally, the way she treated the witness, and the way she finally not objected, the defense was telling. If you believe, and I saw so many comments on other people's channel like, oh, she's so biased, but yeah, I know she's biased, she shouldn't do that, but for the first time she was like a little bit on the right side, a little bit like, come on. I mean, of course she cannot be on whatever side, but obviously she was on the other side, like 90%, 95%, but at least 10% she was just shifting a little bit and just say like, this is like, this, she even, I think, believed that the game is over. Like, what the hell is this? Like, disgusting. I mean, I think the way the reason why she was suddenly so mad was, and I noticed that right away, she cited 3 times, and the first citing was right after there was a comment about she being hot or something, like her like degrading the women, sexualizing the women, and that was her first deep sigh. And she was just like, the more these sexualization diminishing comments came on, she cited 3 times. And the behavior she had towards the witness, like, speak up, you need to speak up louder. And the way she treated Lally was finally not like her son, but rather like a console. And finally, I mean, this is supposed to be like this. Before I get into the third point, is the text message which I'm going to read to you, I want to show to you So these are the disgusting, that I took the screenshots. I'm going to read them to you, some of them, the amount I took, and I want to show you before that. So this is actually the ostomy system, the colostomy bag. And so what this is that, and you can see here, the colostomy is when the doctors cut out and do a cut, an opening to the large intestine, so that when there's bowel dysfunctionality in the bowel, and when MS, multiple sclerosis patients have this bowel dysfunction, and most likely because Karen has MS, multiple sclerosis, with his autoimmune disease, neurological autoimmune disease, she most likely had bowel dysfunction. So that's why I had no idea. I heard this today the first time, that she, because from the text that she even had this, that she had colostomy, and the colostomy bag, most likely this is what they're referring to. When he said the medical condition, this is probably shitting in the bag, shitting on herself, something like that. I mean, guys, me as a scientist coming from a medical background, and I deal daily with cancer patients for 24 years. I'm in the field of cancer research, and for the last 11 years, I work with cancer patients and families, and this is I was like this my entire life, since my childhood. When it comes to health, the game is over for me. The game is over. Even if you deal with your deepest enemy, if it is about health, game over. Nothing is more important than health. And I mean, it really intelligent, emotionally intelligent too. Not from knowledge only, but emotionally intelligent people would know to stop when it comes to health. If these people were not like some douches, and would actually have a little bit of emotional intelligence and empathy, even though they have zero medical knowledge, when he would know that she has some medical condition, and he would know that this is something medical, he should have stopped right there. Even if he did all the dirty about her hotness, what have you, he should have never, ever talked about her make fun of her medical condition. And not only did he once, he did it twice. In 2 separate text messages, he said, and I will read that to you, he literally said it right here. Yeah, on June 9th, 2022, around that time, if you like women who shit themselves, yeah? Lali asked the answer, what is it that you're referring to here? Again, a regrettable comment I made about Miss Reed's medical condition, Key responds that her smoke. No, I mean, Chico, whatever Trooper said, no, F her B. You know what I mean? Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. No nude so far. I hate that man. I truly hate him now. So Chicolo, whatever response, not good enough. Should I have had me or Jeff do it? I responded, if you two did it, she would have made it accidental or natural causes. Started out course, it's undetermined, she was a whack job. I don't even know what whack job means. I mean, I'm not familiar with all these words. So, not only once, but he made the fun of her medical condition twice. So, I think that overall, and I'm going to end that here, and thank you everybody who are here, is that this is, I mean, a scandal for people like me living in Massachusetts, for women, for people who were probably jailed because of these people for nothing. I believe that let's talk about, for Karen Reed's case, game is over. That all is over from the flipping video, and then this on top of it, done. Okay? She will be out walking, going home. That's it. But for women to be degraded like this, and the medical condition, not only women sexualized like this by men sitting at night together with bosses and chit-chatting like in a high school. It's for people, for taxpayers' dollars, who's supposed to protect us from criminals doing this. And also the entire system to be so corrupt and so disgusting. It's an outrage. It's a exemplary, and I think more cases like this will pop up more and more. I think this case is not going to be over. Even, yes, she will be in end of June, beginning of July, after July 4th, this case will be done. She will go home free as a free woman. And I do hope this case, and I do hope she file civil lawsuits against them. And I most likely she will, because her life was ruined too. And let me tell you, my eyes are always on the O'Keefe family. Whatever happens, Karen Reed, yes. But the brother breaks my heart, and the mother. The father, the mother, and the brother is just hard to watch. The brother, I mean, the entire time, one time, not even one time, he's just in dead silence, broken inside. He's crying inside. He can cry right there if you would touch him. I mean, it's just so hard to watch. And his mom, you know, they're all moving slowly, like their body language is very, like, they move so slowly, and you can tell they are crying inside. The father, the mother, the brother. Oh my God. I want, for me, if you see it right here, as I keep saying it, for me, this case is about justice for Officer John O'Keefe. Full stop. I want to know who did this to him. He didn't deserve to die like this. It breaks my heart so much, and I get so emotional. And people who wants to make money off of these, like, live streams and what have you, and la 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 and ha 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 and these and that, guys, stop it. Don't push, don't give hands to these YouTubers. This is a brutal. When you look at Officer O'Keefe's face, I mean, I keep saying it. Karen Reed initiated this. Full stop. Yes, she did kill him, 100%, but she initiated with some bullshit she did with Higgins. Higgins was already upset. I keep saying this in my videos. We should stop being so biased about it. Smashing one thing and just leaning towards others. Just say objectively. Look at the case objectively. She initiated this from the Higgins side. From the Albert side, they were already jealous of Officer O'Keefe because he's young, he's athletic, he's good looking, he's handsome, he's a good guy, good guy. Let me tell you this from sociological, psychological perspective. The bad guys hate the good guys. The bad girls hate the good girls. I mean, I can write a second PhD about this. This is like full stop. So the Albert side hated Officer O'Keefe. The girls hated Karen Reed. Higgins was in love, obsessed with Karen Reed. This crap was all initiated. And let me tell you, if you would think, was it worth that Officer O'Keefe died for and because of Karen Reed? Hell no. That's no one's life was worth anyone for anyone else. And especially, I don't think Karen Reed. I don't know. I lost my view on her with the text messages, and I said this all my videos. Go watch it. And everyone who know me know what my thoughts about cheating are. I say this in all of my videos. Cheating means you are mentally sick, full stop. I don't care what kind of cheating at work, cheating at school, cheating this. I mean, I've seen it, especially, you know, as a scientist, cheating in the lab. I see this over and over again. Like all the medical research, if I would open my mouth, many people's titles will be smashed, okay? I mean, In school, people would cheat in school, writing stuff in their hands and blah, blah, blah. All the murder cases are all about triangles and like, it's just mental. What Karen Reed did here was absolutely disgusting too. She's no angel. Sorry, she's no angel. So, and I think when she's kept repeating it was about it's my fault, it's my fault, I did it. Do you know what that is psychologically? Psychologically, it is because she knew that what she did with Higgins was wrong. She knew. Deep down, she knew this was messed up stuff. I think she regretted, and that's why she stopped it for 7 days or something, not responding to him. She knew exactly how disgusting that was, but too late. Again, this case for me is about justice for Officer O'Keefe. I want justice for Officer O'Keefe. I want whomever did this to him to be found, and I want justice to be served. If this includes the exoneration of Karen Reed, so be it, but who did it? I want this to be found. This case is not about this, right? And the defense has no need to prove it, but I really hope and wish that there will be a case where investigation into who did this, prove who did this. I want the Alberts, like this house and what have you, to be investigated from all the evidence. Yes, there are other people now living there. How can this be legally done? I mean, police and the law, I mean, can do everything. I think FBI can go anywhere, inside anything. They can just like quickly have a warrant and go in, and I mean, I don't think there would be a problem. That why don't you just do it? And you know what I keep thinking? I also keep thinking, like, imagine the people who purchased that house. I don't know what they are thinking. If this is true, imagine, like, if they have a little bit of in their minds, like, wait a minute, they might be 3 liters of blood smashed all over, you know, because once you have, everybody was like full of alcohol in their blood. Their blood are thin, right? Like water. So if they did this in the basement, in that gym, that blood must be everywhere, splashed everywhere, because it was so thin, because of the alcohol in the blood. So I cannot imagine at one little spot somewhere there is a DNA from a blood. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they find DNA in locations after 20 years. Even if, and we know that that basement was renovated. The entire floor was renovated because of some water. if the blood was that thin because of the amount of alcohol in the blood and it's smashed everywhere, right? I cannot imagine there's not a spot where their blood isn't there. If I mean they would find it. No, I don't even have a doubt about it. But they need to have the warrant to do that. So I really, really hope that this case is not over on two levels. One, who did this to Officer O'Keefe, and number two, I mean, the investigation should continue, and I'm not here, but in general. And then two, these troopers, the Mass State Police, the Canton Police Department, everyone needs to be investigated. And number three, all the past cases by Procter, Trooper Procter, and all the other surgeons, what have you, all the cases that have been through their hand must be investigated too. 3 further investigations I do hope will happen, and I think I think it so very well can happen because of the public pressure too. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for being here. I really, really hope this was helpful, especially the comments on the medical is something that I lost it, and the women section, and again, justice for Officer O'Keefe. It's hard to watch it, particularly the family. So, bye-bye.